When the bright lights of Saturday Night Live dim and the cameras stop rolling, the magic of live television usually fades into laughter and late-night pizza slices. But sometimes the real drama is whispered about long after the audience goes home. That was the atmosphere swirling around the latest episode of SNL when rumors erupted that Cardi B had allegedly gone berserk backstage over a joke aimed at Nicki Minaj during the iconic Weekend Update segment. The joke itself was quick, the kind that flashes by in seconds, delivered with a smirk and a punchline sharpened for viral replay. On Weekend Update, nothing is off limits for long. Politics, pop culture, billionaires, and billboard queens, everyone gets a turn in the comedic crosshairs. This time, Nicki's name landed in the spotlight, wrapped in satire. But what turned a routine punchline into headline fodder wasn't the joke, it was what supposedly happened afterward. Within hours, anonymous sources claimed Cardi B was furious backstage, pacing, shouting, demanding explanations. Social media lit up like a match tossed into dry grass. Fans split into camps, memes multiplied, think pieces bloomed overnight. Was the long-rumored tension between the two rap titans flaring again? Had comedy crossed into personal territory? Then Cardi spoke. In true Cardi fashion, unfiltered, unapologetic, and unmistakably her, she addressed the claims directly. No cryptic subtweets, no polished PR statement drafted in a boardroom, just her voice, cutting through the noise. I was not going berserk, she said, dismissing the rumors with a mix of humor and disbelief. If anything, she seemed more amused than enraged, puzzled by how quickly a backstage whisper had grown into a full-blown narrative. That's the paradox of modern celebrity. The performance doesn't end when the curtain falls. In the age of instant updates and anonymous insiders, a raised eyebrow can morph into a meltdown by morning. Cardi B understands that ecosystem better than most. She built her empire in the era of viral moments. From Instagram clips to Grammy stages, she's mastered the art of turning attention, good or bad, into momentum. But she's also learned the cost of constant scrutiny. The history between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj has long fueled public fascination. Their rivalry, sometimes subtle and sometimes headline-making, has been dissected more times than a chart-topping hook. From award show tension to lyrical subliminals, the narrative has often been framed as a battle for the throne. Yet both artists have evolved. Careers expanded, brands diversified, personal lives shifted. Motherhood, business ventures, and global tours have broadened their identities beyond rivalry headlines. So when the Weekend Update joke aired, perhaps audiences were primed to expect fireworks, even if none actually sparked. Comedy lives in exaggeration, but gossip lives in amplification. Cardi's response wasn't just about denying a backstage outburst, it was a subtle critique of how quickly women, particularly outspoken women, are painted as unstable or uncontrollable. The word berserk carries weight. It suggests chaos, irrationality, spectacle, and in pop culture, that stereotype has often clung unfairly to powerful female artists. By pushing back, Cardi reclaimed the narrative. She reminded fans that reacting doesn't equal raging, and that sometimes there is no reaction at all. Meanwhile, the machine churned on. Clips circulated, comment sections filled, supporters defended, critics speculated. And somewhere inside Studio 8H, another rehearsal likely began because live television waits for no rumor. What makes moments like this fascinating isn't whether someone yelled backstage, it's how the story reveals our appetite for conflict. Rivalries sell, drama trends, harmony rarely goes viral. Yet there's irony in expecting explosive behavior from artists who built careers on commanding attention. The same boldness that makes Cardi magnetic on stage becomes a magnifying glass offstage. Every gesture is interpreted, every silence analyzed. Perhaps the real punchline isn't the weekend update joke at all. It's how swiftly a whisper becomes a wildfire. In another era, a backstage misunderstanding might have faded by Monday. Today, it becomes content, dissected in podcasts, debated in fan forums, immortalized in screenshots. Cardi B's response served as a reminder that celebrities are often responding not to events, but to interpretations of events, a reaction to a reaction that may never have existed. And what about Nicki Minaj? In the swirl of speculation, her name once again became shorthand for rivalry. But artists are more than the headlines that frame them against each other. They are architects of their own legacies, sometimes intersecting, sometimes diverging, always evolving. By the end of the week, another story will trend, another joke will land, another rumor will spark. That's the rhythm of pop culture, relentless and restless. But for a brief moment, the spotlight turned from a comedy punchline to a commentary on perception itself. Cardi didn't go berserk, the internet did. And maybe that's the lesson hidden behind the laughter. In an age where narratives travel faster than facts, the loudest reaction often belongs not to the celebrity, but to the crowd watching from their screens. As the next episode of Saturday Night Live prepares to go live, one thing is certain: the jokes will keep coming, and so will the rumors.